What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new StarCraft 2 video. This one is between two of the best Zerg players currently playing in the world. Spawning here in the top left-hand corner of Acid Plant LE, playing with the red Zerg pieces. He's very well known in the StarCraft 2 pro scene as one of the best Zerg players out there. His name is Nerchio. And his opponent, spawning in the cross position, playing with the blue Zerg pieces. He's currently known as the best player on the planet. We're talking about none other than Serral. So, guys and girls, I am extremely excited about this game and this series in particular, which, of course, for those of you wondering, was played at the WCS in Leipzig. This was the quarterfinals of that tournament, and I'm really excited about this because it's a best of 5 series. So you know, these two players are very well known with the Zerg pieces. Like I said, a couple of the best players in the world currently playing with the Zerg pieces, and really overall just two of the best best players playing in the world currently. Is Nerchio and Serral. They're two of my favorites as well, guys, playing in the StarCraft 2 pro scene. I'm a little bit biased because I love the Zerg pieces and I play with the Zerg pieces, but I gotta say, I'm really excited to see what these two players have in store for us today. It does look as if both players are going for relatively standard builds. It looks like they hatch gas pool openers on both sides of the map. You'll also see the production tab at the very early portions of the game, generally speaking, are very similar, but as the game progresses, they change up, especially, you know, once we start seeing kind of the unit compositions that each of these players decide to go for. What you'll generally see, though, in the ZvZ matchup is a pretty standard, you know, pretty standard builds, at least at first in the game. You'll most likely see lings into banelings, and then of course roaches, and then possibly hydras. It kind of, you know, it kind of varies, but that's usually what you'll see. Early portions, I usually see the ling, bane, roach composition early on in the game, and sometimes, you know, especially someone like Serral will definitely throw a curveball in there at some point or another in the game, and Nerchio is definitely not afraid to do the same sort of strategy. Both players getting the Zergling speed upgrade, the most common upgrade for a Zerg player, and both players are deciding to go for those third hatcheries very early on in the game, really trying to get a significant economy up instead of rather than going for a little bit of some aggression. A couple of Zerglings have made their way across the map, and they're going to start nibbling away at some more of these other of Nerchio's Zerglings as they kind of go back and forth. The ZvZ matchup is a series of mind games, and that's what it really comes down to, guys. Lots of mind games going behind the ZvZ matchup. It's all about getting, you know, the better. You know, it's technically speaking, when you think about it, it is very much so about getting an edge on your opponent and really outsmarting your opponent. It looks like Serral is going to try to get the kill on this this third hatchery. Does not look like that's going to be the case, but he is nibbling away at that base. It does look like Nerchio is going to start moving across the map with some of his own Zerglings. Looks like they may very well start going after that third base, or possibly actually going into the natural base location. That's exactly what they're going to do. Going after some of these drones as well as a queen. They are going to be shooed away at this point, but it does look like Serral is going to try and do his best to get as many of these as possible. It does look like some of those banelings are going to get some nice hits in. But that being said, nothing too significant as of yet between either one of these players as we are approaching the 4.5 minute mark. So both players decided to go ahead, get those, you know, a greater economy going instead of getting, you know, super aggressive. It does look like we are going to see the evolution chamber coming up for Nerchio, and Serral is getting the roach warren. So a little bit of some change-ups in the build orders by both of these players. And now we're seeing an evolution chamber coming in for Serral. So it looks like those +1 upgrades are going to probably be started for ground-based units. And this is where it starts getting really crazy. You start having units moving all over the map. And it looks like Nerchio is trying to do what he can to keep Nerchio, or I should say Serral, on his toes a little bit. I don't think that this engagement is really going to work, at least at this point. There are going to be plenty of defensive units. Does look like those banelings are going to come in. But all that being said and done, we are seeing the lair coming in by both players, and Serral actually canceled the lair. So I kind of like that decision making by Serral. So he's going to cancel it. He sees exactly what he knows that Nerchio knows exactly what he's doing on the opposite side of the map. But Serral decides to play some mind games, and he cancels out on the lair and decides to go in and get a bunch of roaches. And this could really hurt at this point in the game. I love this play so far by Serral. This is absolutely textbook beautiful play here by the grand champion of Starcraft 2, the best player on the planet currently, is about to start putting on some substantial amounts of damage. The lair's coming in now for our red Zerg player, but the cavalry is already here. There is a bunch of units already coming across the map. He's got spine crawlers coming in, but is there going to be enough here? Serral is moving into that natural base location, getting a lot of kills with these roaches as at the very beginning right now. The question is Nerchio going to be able to hold on? Most likely he will be able to hold on to this, but this is going to do substantial amounts of damage. There's a lot of units coming across the map. More and more Zerglings are going to be joining this fight. There is, of course, a Spineclaw. GG is called. And approaching that 7-minute mark, Serral takes game number 1 in some incredible mind games, switching up his build order by canceling out on the lair and going directly into the Roach Ravager production and pushing across the map. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Nerchio and Serral, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.